Hello everyone, welcome to Decor Physio. Today I'm going to talk to you briefly about spina bifida. Spina bifida is a term which refers to split spine. It is a neural tube defect. Neural tube is the structure that eventually develops into baby's brain and spinal cord. Ectoderm, which is the outer layer of fertilized egg, develops neural tube in early stage of fetal development. Neural tube starts to form in early stage of pregnancy and closes about 4 weeks after conception. Spina bifida occurs when this neural tube fails to close or remains open, leading to defects in spinal cord and vertebra. Now we talk about types. Basically, there are three main types of spina bifida, that is spina bifida occulta, meningocele and myelomeningocele. Some studies also include closed neural tube defects as a fourth type of spina bifida. Spina bifida occulta. This is the most common and mildest form of spina bifida. Many people don't even know they have spina bifida, as this type of spina bifida remains hidden. And so individuals remain asymptomatic, that is, no symptoms are present at all, as no spinal nerves or spinal cord is damaged in this type. People with this condition found this accidentally later in their life when they get an X-ray for some other reason like low back pain and PIVD, etc. Meningocele. This is the least common form, which is a rare type. A sac of spinal fluid but no spinal cord pushes through an opening in baby's back. People might have few or no symptoms as spinal cord isn't damaged, while some people may have problems with their bowel and bladder. Now we talk about myelomeningocele. This is the most severe type. Baby's spinal canal is open at one or several places in the back, and a sac of fluid pokes out over the back. That sac also contains meninges and a part of spinal cord. Myelomeningocele is typically associated with a condition called Arnold-Chiari malformation, in which brainstem slips down into the foramen magnum. Foramen magnum is an opening at the base of skull. Arnold-Chiari malformation results into a variety of symptoms related to cerebellum and often results into hydrocephalus. Hydrocephalus is a condition where abnormal accumulation of CSF occurs into the brain. Now we talk about closed neural tube defects. There can be a variety of potential defects in the spinal cord like fat, bone or meninges. In many cases there are no symptoms, however in some there may be partial paralysis and problems with bowel and bladder. Now causes. Now here we talk about causes of spina bifida. The exact cause of spina bifida is not known, but there lies a number of factors which increase risk of developing the condition. These risk factors include low intake of folic acid or no intake at all, that is vitamin B9, during early stage of pregnancy, or having a family history of spina bifida. Other risk factors include poorly controlled diabetes during pregnancy, obesity, taking medicine that interfere with folate metabolism like valproic acid, which is an anti-epileptic drug. Now we know about symptoms. So let's talk about symptoms. In spina bifida occulta, the most obvious sign might be a tuft of hair, a dimple, or a birthmark present over the site of lesion on the back. In meningocele and myelomeningocele, a sac poking through infects back can be seen. In case of meningocele, there is a skin layer covering the sac, which may or may not present in case of myelomeningocele. With myelomeningocele, there's usually no skin covering and the spinal cord tissue remains out. Other symptoms of meningomyelocele includes weak leg muscles, unusually shaped feet, uneven hips, curved spine, that is scoliosis, seizures, bowel and bladder problems, and baby may be overweight. Symptoms depend on which spinal nerves are included and severity of damage of spinal cord. Cognitive symptoms include awareness, thinking, learning, judging, etc. Problems in neural tube can have a negative impact on brain development, which leads to arising cognitive problems. Okay, now we talk about diagnosis. That is how this condition is diagnosed. So there are several tests which are done to check birth defects like spina bifida when the baby is in womb, or we can say during pregnancy. These tests include blood test, amniocentesis, ultrasound and MRI. In blood test, here we check for maternal serum alpha fetoprotein MSAFP. For this, a sample of mother's blood is taken and tested. If this alpha fetoprotein is elevated, alpha fetoprotein is produced by the baby. In cases like myelomeningeal, such neural tube defects where skin over the spine is missing, alpha fetoprotein leaks into amniotic fluid and into the mother's bloodstream. Alpha fetoprotein can also be elevated in some other conditions. So, in order to get more exact diagnosis, additional blood tests are also done for human chorionic gonadotropin, inhibin A, and estrol. Additionally, we can go for amniocentesis and ultrasound. In more serious cases, amniocentesis is done, which is important to rule out genetic diseases. Now, ultrasound. It is the most accurate method to diagnose spina bifida prenatally. Ultrasound can be performed during the first and second trimester of pregnancy. MRI. MRI scan is recommended to assess the severity of the damage caused to spinal cord by spina bifida and also to determine additional associated problems like hydrocephalus. Hydrocephalus, which is usually associated with most severe form of spina bifida or myelomeningeal. Now we come to prevention, because prevention is better than cure. So how this condition can be prevented? So studies show that taking multivitamins including vitamin B9 in early stage of pregnancy can prevent spina bifida and also can lower risk of other birth defects. Any woman who is pregnant or trying to conceive should take 400 micrograms a day. If one has spina bifida or child with spina bifida should get 4000 micrograms per day, at least 1 month before conceiving and after first few months of pregnancy. Other things like eating green leafy vegetables and healthy food, including eggs, fortified breads, pastas, rice, and breakfast cereals, are also found to be beneficial. Here we finish. And for any queries, please let us know in the comment section. Your response will be